going on, Buffalo State Hockey? My name is Evan Harrington, and I am here with Buffalo State men's head hockey coach Steve Murphy for episode 5 of Mondays with Murph. We're actually through an entire month of episodes now, so this has been an outstanding, show, an episodic interview that I have gotten to do with Buffalo State head hockey coach Steve Murphy. All right, let's just get right into it. You guys had an outstanding weekend, going 2-0 against Lawrence University in the season opening weekend. Talk about that a little bit. Just how great does it feel just to start the season 2-0?
Yeah, it's a good start. It's funny because like we were talking the other day or over the weekend, and in my 8 years here, we've never started 2-0, and so I went back and looked, and it's the first time in 22 years since 2001 that the program has started 2-0. So it's exciting. We have a lot of work to do still. Big challenge coming up this Friday, but it was nice to get off on the right foot, and a good start for the boys here, and we just want to keep it going.
All right, I remember you telling me throughout the week leading up to the games that Game 1 is going to be a little different than Game 2. Now that both games have actually finished, can you actually just give us that on-ice feel of how the games felt different between Game 1 and Game 2?
Yeah, I thought for the most part we were the better team in Game 1. I thought we had a little bit more jump, and again, they're coming out. It's a long way for home for them, and a long bus ride, and so I was pretty happy overall with our first game, and then moving into Game 2, we expected them to be better, and they most certainly were. I actually thought for a large part of Game 2 they were better than us, but really it's again, I said it after the game Saturday, Evan, we got a sign in our locker room that this is about winning, and I give our guys a lot of credit here that they mustered up another win on Saturday and found a way to get it done, and yeah, so it was a tighter checking game on Saturday, but it was nice to see us kind of battle through that test here early on and win a close one.
All right, speaking of battling, the special teams was a huge component for this game. On the weekend, the power play went 50%, 3 for 6. Talk about how well the power play played throughout the entire weekend.
Yeah, it's a good start for them. I do still think there's some areas that we can improve, but 50% is obviously a high percentage, and you get a little bit of a low sample size. But they were big. Our power play carried us through. Specifically Game 2, but to have one in Game 1 as well was huge. I thought our penalty kill did a great job. Obviously killing every penalty off throughout the weekend, and so that was big. You need your special teams. You have to win your special teams battle on a nightly basis, and if you can do that, you set yourself up to be a little bit more successful, throughout the weekend and stuff like that. So, again, ultimately our top guys have to come through for us, and I think our big guys did produce well this weekend, and so again, we'll make some small adjustments, but looking forward to keeping some momentum going here throughout this weekend and moving into next week.
All right, outstanding. The second line of Connor Bizzall, Tyler Van Newton, and AJ Marinelli has been outstanding this season thus far. On the season, AJ has 3 assists. Same with Connor Bizzall. And then also Tyler Van Newton has 3 goals, obviously netting 2 in last game and 1 in the first. Talk about the second line and how important they have been to the success to start the season.
They've been good. They've gotten some chemistry, and I think that's what one of the reasons we started them early on, just playing together in practice and through the preseason. We thought they kind of complement each other well. Ty drives that line as the centerman. I think each guy's a little bit different in a way, and AJ brings a little bit of skill, and Ty's kind of an all-around player, and Biz, we're looking for him to really take off offensively this year, and so it's funny that he's kind of got 3 assists, because we more so think of him as a goal scorer, and so I think it's only a matter of time before he starts popping some goals in the net. But yeah, that line's been really good for us, and like I said, they seem to be clicking right now, and they've got some momentum going, and hopefully they can continue to keep it up this weekend.
All right, speaking of momentum, Emil Norman with 81 saves on the weekend, a shutout in the first game, only allowing 1 in the second. Just talk about Emil and his importance to this team.
Yeah, he's we just know what we're going to get out of him on a nightly basis, and he's one of the best goalies we've ever had here, and we've obviously had a lot of really good goalies here, but he's right up there, and so he's been big for us. I think we did a good job the first night. A lot of the shots that they had were from the outside. and he's going to stop most of those. And so we kind of talked that, just in some of our structure, we might give up a couple more shots this year, but if they can come from outside the dots, and we're going to be pretty content with that. The second night, I think he faced a little bit more quality shots. I don't think we were as stiff defensively, but again, he came up big for us, and he's got to give us a chance and hold the fort down and really make the saves that we expect him to make, and hopefully we can pop some in at the other end for him. And again, we were able to do that. And when you give up, really 2 goals or less on a nightly basis, you give yourself a good chance to win. So
Yeah, that is an outstanding point. So now, wrapping up the weekend, you guys went 2-0 against Lawrence University. Now we're moving on to next week. This Friday, you guys are going on the road for the first SUNYAC matchup of the season against Fredonia. Talk about that a little bit. Fredonia is 0-2. You guys are 2-0. Just talk about that matchup a little bit.
it's going to be a good test for us. Fredonia's a really good hockey team, and really the records don't matter. We know what we're going to get out of them. They're a physical team. They're fast. They bring it for a whole 60 minutes. And so if we're going to go down there and have a chance at beating them, we're going to have to be at our best. We've got to be patient. They kind of will wait for us to make mistakes and then try and capitalize. So we've got to stay patient in our end and really take care of the pucks, win battles along the wall, and kind of get pucks below their hash marks and go to work and use our speed and skill and try and wear them down in the offensive zone. So it'll be a good team. It'll be a good test early on for us. I would say kind of 2 polar opposites as far as how we're built. But looking forward to it. It's a huge 4-point swing in our conference, and so we want to get off on the right foot there in the SUNYAC and have a chance to do that on Friday night.
Yeah, earlier on in the exhibition games, you guys did actually play Fredonia. How do you think that game is going to help, for this game and help the guys prepare overall going into this Friday?
I don't know. I don't think it has a whole lot of. I don't think it has a whole lot of carryover. A lot of our newer guys played that game, and they got a chance to see, just how Fredonia operates and what SUNYAC hockey's like. So most of our older guys know, and again, if we're gonna win, we've got to be at our best, and we'll start to build here today and get ready for this week. But yeah, I wouldn't say it has too much carryover, Evan. It was an exhibition game, and everyone's trying to get a feel out for just their players and their structure and stuff like that. So we'll see. Like I said, I think if we play our game, we'll be just fine Friday.
All right. That has been another episode of Mondays with Murph with Buffalo State head hockey coach Steve Murphy. I just want to say thank you, Murph, for joining me on another Monday. I know you keep putting up with me every Monday, but hey, we're here. We're 5 episodes in. We're halfway to the 10 mark. And I just want to say, again, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you guys next Monday. Go Bengals.